Before to be a teacher, what was your job?
Well, I start as a photographer. I worked for the Universal newspaper in Mexico, and it was a great experience. But I had some little problems, and I start to have differences in my work. So I decided to change from that profession into teacher.
Okay.
I used to work at restaurants as a waiter, as a cashier. That was my job before I was a teacher.
Before I was a teacher, I didn't work. I was studying university, and when I finished, I started working as a Spanish teacher.
When you began to work at CENLEX?
Here at CENLEX, I think I started 5 years ago. Now it's my 5th year, and it's been incredible. I've met lots of friends, lots of students. 5 years now.
I started
Okay.
working at CENLEX in 2000. About 15 years ago. No, 13 years ago, yes.
I started working a year ago.
What are the things that a teacher of language do?
Oof, there are many things that language teachers can do. Actually, because we not only teach, as you can see in your daily class, we have to prepare class, we have to help other students to assess other students, we have to sometimes grade students outside the school, also we have to graduate teachers, and well, it's a very interesting profession because you can not only work in the classroom, you can expand, okay, to other different stances. For example, your home, other universities. Using the internet, you can go wherever you want. So you can teach students in Mexico, in the United States, well, not the United States, but non-speaking, not English-speaking countries. For example, in Belize or in Argentina, where they need some English, you can teach from Mexico using the internet, which is a great idea and a great thing. So as you can see, the work of a teacher is not only in the classroom; it's outside. It's wherever you want.
I don't know, you mean like preparing lessons, marking homework, preparing class in general, sometimes doing exams, making exams.
Well, there are many things we do. We have to teach, obviously, in this case, English. We have to grade a lot of homework. We have to prepare classes. And I think it is also very important that we make sure that the students learn about the language, but also about the culture. And for that, we have to do many fun things like putting TV series or movies on the class, music, reading. I love reading, although my students don't. And, well, many, many things.
What are the things that people have to do in order to be excellent with language?
Wow, and that's a very interesting question because most of the students have the same question. All of them want to have perfection, but it's not necessarily perfection. I think that it's a good dominion of language, and what they can do is start from the beginning. Since the beginning, they they can do what they really love doing, which is speaking using English in a very basic way, then sharing English with their friends, with their families. Um, Taking English with them is also a good idea. I see people using devices, cell phones, iPods, so that's the way people can really improve their English. After that, they have to certify and they have to make certifications, which is the big step. So in order to really success in English, you have to do what the first things first, which is learning, acquiring the language, and then certifying into language. After that, the world is totally yours because you really can do what you want.
Well, first of all, you have to be motivated. You need you need to to be willing to learn, yes, and you have to be able to organize the information, uh, find some study strategies. Yes. What else? I mean, putting in a lot of time in what you are doing. Yes, listening to music, well, to songs in English, listening to the news broadcasts, reading newspapers, reading whatever you can read. Yes, I mean, practice if you have the opportunity to talk with someone who speaks the language very well. So speak with that person, those people. I mean, there are many things you can do. You can go to the self-access center and I mean, take advantage of all the material they have. You can go to the library also and also take advantage of the library.
The things that they have to do. I think every person is different, and I couldn't give you a recipe for that. However, the thing is that we have to be involved with the language. Some people like video games, and sometimes video games are in English, so they can practice with that. Some people like music, and that is a very, very good tool to learn English, because you can listen to the person, you can check the vocabulary, and you can learn the song. You speak, you listen, and you learn vocabulary. Some people like me prefer TV. I love watching TV. So through TV series and movies, we can learn again a lot of vocabulary. We can practice listening. We can practice reading with the subtitles. And I know there are some people that prefer working with the book and studying grammar. That also helps. I think the best thing that we can do is take one of these, not one, more than one of these tools, maybe music and TV, maybe music and the book, and that in that way we will learn faster and better.
If you weren't a teacher, what would be your job?
Ouch! Well, guys, I think in that situation, hypothetical situation, I will be I'd like to be a pilot, airplane pilot, or a physician. A physicist, probably. A physicist in the field working for CERN or NSAS, which is NASA. I would like to do so. Probably that would be a very nice option. But I really love being a teacher, so I don't have to regret about my profession.
If I weren't a teacher, what would I be? I don't know. I would have liked. I don't know. I wish I had been a scientist.
Sometimes I tell my students that if I wasn't a teacher, I would be an actress, because I love doing funny things in the class. But I'm not sure. I think I will be a researcher. I love linguistics, which is grammar.
Take my hand and come with me, because you look so fine that I really want